something that inspired me from your interview, how to find the next right thing. Because
I love the next right thing.
if we look at you've done great things, volunteering in India, Nepal, and now if young professionals say, okay, how can I start my career from doing great, fantastic things like volunteering, and then learn from that their leadership skills and also from decision-making process and creating resilience. And so how is it possible to find this next right thing?
Yeah, oh God, this is such a great question. I think we have done a huge disservice to young professionals in the way that they have been raised. And I say this as a parent myself. I think we've given them lots of great intellectual skills. And I think that we have not prepared them for resilience. I don't think we have given them resilient skills. I don't think we have given them patience. I don't think that we have given them a tool set to find their purpose and their meaning. I think we have mapped a path for them that will not serve them as they go forward. I don't think the education system is set up for it. It doesn't teach them critical thinking. It doesn't teach them how to build relationships. It doesn't teach them how to have emotional intelligence. It doesn't teach them neuroscience, all of these things which are so valuable to them. So I would say to young professionals, I love your energy and I love your enthusiasm and I love your ambition. And I would love you also to understand that the path has been prepared for you and that there will be many challenges ahead. And what you can do now is really invest in yourself in terms of these types of intelligences that maybe haven't been provided to you before. We all know that we've lots of folks who are really bright in school and in college, like super brainy, and then you get them out into the real world and they were not the people who were most successful because they were not the people who understood how to build relationships. They were not the people who understood neuroscience or how other people functioned. They were not the people who gave of themselves and volunteered. The next right thing piece, which I love, is I actually came from Annie Lamott. Annie Lamott is a brilliant author, and she talks about writing as driving the car in the dark. Right, so when you're driving the car in the dark with the headlights on, you can only see 3 feet in front of you, right? And I think for young professionals, they would love to have it all mapped out. I'm going to be a millionaire by the time I'm 30. I'm going to sell my company by the time I'm 40. And actually, I would say to you that your career is much more like Hansel and Gretel and following the breadcrumbs. You remember that fairy tale, or driving with the, only 300 feet in front of you. Where is your curiosity? Where can you bring and add value? What fascinates you? What would you do if you weren't getting paid for it? What are the things that really, obviously you have to pay the bills and stuff like that. But even in my own career, like I came to my mid-30s having a big job and, like I said, 3 kids, and figuring out I don't really like this ladder that I'm halfway up. And so I had to kind of unpick and unravel and come back. And I did that through what's the next right thing, because it felt really overwhelming to kind of change direction in what felt like mid-course, right? I'm still only in my 2nd act. I have another 3rd act to come, I reckon. But it is about what are those things that you're really curious about, and you will find time for them. I started lecturing at night. I started coaching at the weekends. I started doing things that I loved and I wanted to get better at, while I still fed the children and paid the bills and all of those kinds of things. So it doesn't have to be, I'm going to give it all up and I'm going to be a digital nomad and live in Bali and do a Tim Ferriss on it. You can absolutely do that, but you can also start with what's the next right thing that's in front of me? What's the thing that intrigues me? Run experiments and then stop and think, is this what I want to do? Is this, still lighting my fire? Marcus Buckingham talks about spending a week in love with work. So when you're in love with somebody, you're really curious about them. You want to know all about them. You want to know every single detail. Notice what you're doing all day, every day. Notice what's filling you up and giving you energy that you would love to do more of, that you put your hand up for. And what are the things that drain you? And can you craft what it is you're doing so that you get more of what it is that you love? And can you walk in that direction? That's where you'll find the next right thing, because your strengths are not things that you're good at. There's plenty of things that you're good at that you don't like to do and don't give you energy. Your strengths are the things where you get lost in that Mihaly flow piece, you know. That's where your strengths are. Where is your energy? Leaning into those and doing more of those, even if that means volunteering or working in the evening or doing something else, or bootstrapping 2 days and 3 days, or working part-time, or going into the gig economy. That's how you find the next right thing. It's inside. It's an inside job. It's not an outside job. It's your inner GPS, right?
No, you're absolutely right. And I agree with you. That's totally possible. It's not easy.
Yeah, I've been doing this for 10 years now, full time. And it's just been a complete transformation in terms of, I really don't think it would have been sustainable for me to stay where I was. I know it wasn't that it was a bad job by all means, you know, it looked successful to the people, but it just didn't fill me up. It didn't light me up. And, you know, you only have one life. Why would you not work towards what it is you want to do and where you want to go? And I was reading a book there recently, Oliver Burkeman, 4,000 weeks. That's what the average life is. We only have 4,000 weeks. And that's if you live to the average age. So, you know, think about that.
Well, they say if you change your mindset, you can live longer. So
yeah, well, listen, I'm working on that as well. I'm working on that too.
Enjoy life longer.
Absolutely.
And you're absolutely right. Especially, and it's so what you said, those skills bring to young people so much resonates to the leaders. We're saying at the moment, Simon Sinek is big into bringing those future skills. And I had the privilege now working with young people from USA. And what is amazing when they actually get into that zone, when they see this value, say, wow, that's changed the world. And then making the choice, what's the next right thing, is from totally different perspective.
Exactly. From a different place, right? And that gives you different outcomes. That's,
And that brings me to the last question, one of my favorite questions. Feel free to join our LinkedIn group. Hopefully I will see you soon. Thank you.